Welcome to Ping 24 Updates. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. A stunning blow to American naval power today as two U.S. Navy aircraft crash into the South China Sea, just 30 minutes apart. This major event in a tense region raises serious questions about military operations in these contested waters. Was it a tragic coincidence or a sign of something more serious? The world is watching for answers. The crashes occurred during routine flight operations, but nothing is routine in the South China Sea. China claims almost all of it as its territory, while the US and allies challenge these claims. Today, the risk became reality with two advanced military jets now at the ocean's bottom. The loss of two aircraft in such a short time is almost unheard of, sparking intense speculation. Mechanical failure or human error are possibilities, but other factors can't be ignored in this militarized zone. The presence of Chinese forces is a constant factor, and any interaction can lead to misunderstanding. This incident highlights the dangers of this new Cold War on the high seas. The US Navy faces a massive task: find the wreckage, determine the cause, and do so under a strategic rival's watchful eyes. Families of the crew, the American public, and the international community await explanations. The story is developing, and we will bring you the latest as we get it. This is not just about a single aviation accident, it's about two, and the timing is alarming. The first aircraft went down, followed by a second just 30 minutes later, changing the conversation. Investigators must consider a wider range of possibilities beyond a simple mechanical problem. Could there be a common factor affecting both flights? This is the critical question. The short time between incidents suggests a potential link. Was it weather-related, a systemic maintenance issue, or something else? The South China Sea's complex environment adds another layer of complexity. The possibility of external factors must be considered, making the investigation more sensitive. Imagine the scene on the aircraft carrier: controlled chaos, emergency procedures, and then a second alert. For the US Navy, this is a nightmare scenario testing their training and resolve. The significance goes beyond equipment loss. It's a challenge to US military dominance. The ability to project power with aircraft carriers is a cornerstone of American foreign policy. When that capability appears vulnerable, it sends a message to both allies and adversaries. The aircraft involved were two of the most advanced jets in the US Navy's arsenal: the F-35C Lightning II, a premier stealth fighter, and the EA-18G Growler, an electronic warfare specialist. Losing one is a major blow, losing both is catastrophic. Fortunately, the Navy confirmed the crew members from both aircraft were recovered. Their survival is a testament to their training and safety equipment. Ejecting from a high-performance jet is dangerous, making their survival a small miracle. Their accounts will be crucial to the investigation as the only eyewitnesses to the final moments. The loss of these specific aircraft types is significant. The F-35C represents the future of American air power, and the Growler is a key enabler. Together, they form a powerful team, and their loss raises questions about readiness and reliability. The wreckage contains some of America's most closely guarded military secrets. The Pentagon issued a carefully worded statement confirming the loss of two aircraft in international waters. The Navy emphasized the successful rescue of the aircrew, and that the cause is under investigation. Behind the calm public statement, there's a sense of urgency. The Navy has initiated exhaustive safety investigations, examining every detail. Maintenance records, pilot backgrounds, and weather conditions will be analyzed. The goal is to find the root cause and ensure it never happens again. This is not just a safety investigation, it's a major security operation. The Navy's language is important, calling the crashes mishaps, leaving all possibilities open. The statement also mentioned the location: international airspace over the South China Sea. This was a deliberate message to China and the world, asserting the US right to be there. The Navy must manage several tasks: care for rescued personnel, conduct a credible investigation, and recover the wreckage, all while continuing its mission in a tense region. The wreckage of the F-35C and EA-18G lies on the ocean floor, a treasure trove of sensitive military technology. The F-35C in particular is one of America's most advanced weapon systems. The idea of this technology falling into rival hands is a nightmare for US security officials. The recovery operation is now the Navy's top priority. The US Navy has deployed deep-sea salvage assets, including remotely operated vehicles. The South China Sea's depths make finding and recovering the wreckage a slow, difficult process. It's a race against time and potential adversaries. The Chinese Navy also has ships in the area, closely watching US recovery efforts. The cost of this loss is immense, but the strategic cost is even greater. The technology inside these jets represents decades of research and development. If China or another country were to get it, they could learn to counter it. This would erode America's technological edge, a key pillar of its military strength. The Navy will spare no expense to get its secrets back, under intense scrutiny from the Chinese military. China's reaction was swift and predictable, criticizing the US for militarizing the region. Chinese state-controlled media painted the crashes as proof of American decline. They suggested the US military is overstretched and its equipment unreliable. The tone was triumphant and critical, portraying the US as a fading power. This narrative serves Beijing's goal of portraying China as the rising force in Asia. Every event, even a tragic accident, is used to score points in the information war. China seeks to undermine the confidence of US allies in the region. By highlighting US military mishaps, Beijing tries to create the impression that siding with America is risky. Beyond public statements, China's military is also acting. Chinese naval and Coast Guard vessels are operating near the crash site, monitoring US efforts. This creates a dangerous situation, increasing the risk of confrontation. Operating in the South China Sea is a high-pressure job for US Navy pilots and sailors. They're far from home, in a region where tensions are constantly simmering. Conducting complex flight operations from a moving aircraft carrier is inherently dangerous. The political context adds psychological stress to an already demanding mission. The airspace is crowded with military and commercial aircraft, increasing collision risks. Chinese military frequently scrambles jets to intercept US aircraft, leading to tense encounters. A small mistake or aggression could lead to disaster. Accidents in this environment can become major international incidents. Transparency and clear communication are crucial, but often break down in a region marked by distrust. Each side views the other's actions with suspicion. The US military walks a razor's edge, upholding international law without starting a conflict. Incidents like these crashes show how quickly things can go wrong, highlighting the human and material costs. This incident brings back memories of a previous crisis in April 2001. A US Navy EP-3 surveillance plane collided with a Chinese J-8 fighter jet near Hainan Island. The Chinese jet crashed, and its pilot was killed. The American plane made an emergency landing in China. The 24 American crew members were detained for 11 days, triggering a major diplomatic standoff. The incident showed how quickly a military encounter could escalate into a political crisis. There are important parallels to today's events, involving advanced US military aircraft near China. Both highlight the risks of close-quarters military operations. The Hainan Island incident involved a race for technology, with China examining the EP-3's equipment. This is a lesson on Pentagon officials' minds as they plan the recovery of the F-35 and Growler. However, there are key differences. No evidence of Chinese forces' direct involvement in today's crashes. The strategic environment is more tense today, with China's military more powerful and assertive. The potential for escalation is arguably greater. The immediate next step for the US Navy is clear. The search and recovery operation is the top priority. Specialized ships and deep-sea equipment are moving to the crash sites. The Navy must find the wreckage, protect it, and bring it to the surface. The safety investigation will proceed at full speed, analyzing data to determine the cause. The findings could have major implications for the F-35 and Growler fleets. In Washington, this incident will trigger a major policy review. Lawmakers will demand answers, questioning the readiness of the US military. Is the Navy being asked to do too much with too little? Are the risks too high? This event will force a debate about America's strategy in the Indo-Pacific. For the wider region, this incident creates uncertainty. US allies rely on American military power to maintain balance. A strong recovery operation and transparent investigation will be important to reassure them. Any sign of weakness could encourage China to become more aggressive. The crashes are not just a military disaster, they are a geopolitical event. They highlight the simmering conflict for control of the South China Sea. The struggle for influence between the US and China will continue, with raised stakes. This is a powerful reminder that the line between routine patrol and major crisis is thin.